Almost 10 years. 10 years of waiting, radio silence, cryptic teasers, and secretive closed play tests. From its days as Project L to its release, we were promised the ultimate free-to-play fighting game, a title backed by the massive League of Legends IP, designed to bridge the gap between casual gamers and the hardcore fighting game community. And after all that waiting, Riot Games just pulled the plug on active development less than a year after launch. No more major content updates, no long-term roadmap, just a polite corporate blog post telling us, hey, thanks for playing, but you guys aren't spending enough money. Today, we need to talk about 2XKO, how corporate greed and unrealistic expectations killed a game that was genuinely great on paper, and why this sets a terrible precedent for the entire gaming industry. To understand why this feels like such a slap in the face, we have to look back at how we got here. Riot acquired Radiant Entertainment back in 2016. In 2019, they officially announced Project L. For years, Riot played their cards extremely close to the chest. We got breadcrumbs, a 30-second dev update once a year if we're lucky, but the hype stayed alive because we trusted Riot's track record with Valorant and Legends of Runeterra. Then came early 2024 when they revealed the official title, 2XKO. Let's be real for a second, 2XKO is a terrible name. It sounds like a serial number for a budget mechanical keyboard, not a flagship fighting game. It was hard to remember, awkward to say out loud, and instantly memed on by the community. And when the game finally launched, the marketing was practically non-existent. Riot seemingly expected the League of Legends brand to do 100% of the heavy lifting. But fighting games don't work like that. You can't just shadow drop a complex tech fighter, give it zero mainstream promotional push, and act surprised when casual players don't stick around. What makes this move so frustrating is that 2SKO was actually a fantastic game. On paper, it had everything. A massive catalog of League of Legends champions waiting to be adapted, easy to pick up controls with dual play features, completely free to play with fair, cosmetic only microtransactions, rollback netcode that made online play feel crisp. So what went wrong? In their official statement, Riot executives admitted, while this is exactly what we wanted to see, it just wasn't happening enough. We saw no sustained change in 2XKO's trajectory, only a fraction of what it would take to trend towards sustainability. Translating corporate speak to plain English, we expected millions of active daily users right out of the gate, and because it didn't instantly match League of Legends or Valorant numbers, we're giving up. They spent nearly 10 years developing this project, only to demand it recoup an entire decade's worth of development costs and deliver astronomical profit margins in under 12 months. It is pure delusional corporate impatience. Fighting games are a niche genre. They always have been and they always will be. You cannot expect a mobile player who spent their time playing League of Legends to jump into a fast-paced 2v2 tech fighter and stay forever. Fighting games require execution, labbing, and dealing with loss after loss. The barrier to entry isn't just control schemes, it's execution and mindset. Look at games like Tekken, Street Fighter, or Guilty Gear. Those communities aren't built overnight. Capcom and Bandai Namco built ecosystems over years. They nurture local tournament scenes, support grassroots organizers, and steadily build a core player base over a decade. Riot management didn't care about building a community, they cared about immediate return on investment. The moment they realized 2XKO was going to be a slow burn, passion-driven title rather than a hyper-monetized cash cow, executive leadership pulled the plug. So where does this leave the actual players who fell in love with the game? To Riot's credit, and this is a very small silver lining, they aren't pulling an Overwatch 1 and deleting the game entirely. We're still getting two upcoming DLC champions, Lux and Samira. A final balancing and bug fix patch will drop in December. The servers will remain online, so existing players can continue fighting online, and offline modes will still work. Riot is actually issuing full refunds for real money KO point purchases made prior to the announcement, while letting players keep unlocked content. While keeping the servers live and issuing refunds is a class act from the development team trying to do the right by the community, we have no guarantee of how long these servers will stay operational. Without active updates, battle passes, or new content, a live service game inevitably enters a slow death spiral. The devs at Riot who poured 10 years of their lives into 2XKO deserve better. The fighting game community deserves better. The game had the potential to define tech fighters for a generation, but it was cut down before it ever got the chance to grow. It's a stark reminder that in modern gaming, great gameplay isn't enough if you don't hit arbitrary corporate targets on a spreadsheet. What do you guys think? Did you play 2XKO? Was the lack of marketing and bad name to blame? Or was Riot just way too impatient? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more gaming news and commentary, and I'll see you in the next one.